In the Revitalizing Ampoule System, you'll receive a 1 ounce intensity hyaluronic acid serum with Centella Asiatica. And what you're going to do is you're going to squeeze the rubber stopper and use firm pressure to draw out 3 to 4 pumps of the Centella Asiatica hyaluronic acid. You want to have about the size of, I would say, about 4 or 5 green peas. Now, let me tell you why we're starting with the intensity hyaluronic Centella Asiatica serum. The reason we're starting with that is we are going to be using each ampule, and we're going to be placing 1 to 2 droplets of each ampule into the hyaluronic Centella Asiatica serum, because we want to have a combination of active ingredients, but we want them suspended in the intensity hyaluronic serum. And the reason why is, let me just give you a brief overview of what the hyaluronic Centella Asiatica serum does for your skin. First of all, it has a high, low, and medium molecular structure, so it gets into the deeper layers of the skin, the middle layers of the skin, and the surface of the skin, for simplifying it. So we have a really great way of hydrating the skin. But what we have in the hyaluronic acid is beta-glucan. Now, beta-glucan is a humectant, and it has polysaccharides that are derived from the cell wall of plants, in this case from mushrooms. And what it does is it soothes irritated skin. So beta-glucan is a very, very important ingredient in the intensity hyaluronic acid serum. And if you watch my tutorials, you know that I talk a lot about inflammation in the skin. So it's very, very important that we calm and soothe the skin every day, but especially when we're putting actives onto our skin. Okay, so I've explained beta-glucan. It also contains white mulberry root extract, which is a very powerful antioxidant. And it also helps with discoloration and other uneven skin tone. This formula, the hyaluronic serum, has 28 ingredients that are calming, soothing, and nourishing to the skin. Another one that's really important is creatine. Creatine is a really amazing kind of buzzword right now in the skincare industry. It helps to boost skin cell turnover and repair signs of aging, and it minimizes fine lines and wrinkles. And it really helps with that beautiful glow to the skin. Okay, so that's our first step, is taking the intensity hyaluronic Centella Asiatica serum and applying it in which case it would be you'd apply it into a Petri dish, or just the palm of your hand. But in this case, today I just have the end of one of my lids that I've sanitized. But the system comes with a Petri dish, so that you can just quickly use all of your ampules and have a mixture for your skin for nighttime use. So we've got our hyaluronic, and we've placed it in the bottom of this container, and now I'm going to go on to our first ampule. Okay, the first ampule I want to use is one of the 4 ampules that come in your Rejuvenating Ampoule System, and it would be the Melanin Ampule. Now the Melanin Ampule is a really powerful ampule. It is wonderful, and you will mix the ingredients fresh. You will mix the liquid with the powder formula, and it will be activated at the time you decide to use the product. Now, to start with the system, you can use 1 of 4 ampules, or you can use 4 of 4. I recommend starting out by trying 1 ampule a night, and then tracking how your skin is reacting to the ampule. You will be able to see visible changes in the skin, in the pigmentation, in your fine lines, and in firming. You'll be able to see that, or in case of acne, you'll start to see clearing of the acne. Now, the reason I love the Melanin Ampule so much is you probably have heard about tranexamic acid. Tranexamic acid is incredible for pigmentation, but it also has other benefits. Tranexamic acid is a beneficial ingredient, and it includes glycine betaine. The skin smoothing and plumping effects that can help reduce the visible appearance of fine lines and wrinkles. By hydrating the skin properly, it can fill creases in and reduce the appearance of fine lines and wrinkles. But the beauty of the Melanin Ampule is that it contains licorice root extract, so that's going to help inhibit pigmentation in the skin. It's going to suppress the melanocytes from coming up through the skin and leaving those spots on the skin. Alpha arbutin is wonderful for reducing age spots and inhibiting freckles and sunspots, and it's partly due to decreasing the skin darkening after sun exposure by blocking the production of tyrosinase. Tyrosinase is produced in cells called melanocytes, which make your skin darker by adding more pigment. So it's inhibiting the tyrosinase. It also contains alpha arbutin. Alpha arbutin is a gold standard, and it really is amazing for treating melasma. It has brightening abilities, the alpha arbutin does, and it gives a luminosity to the skin. And then the Melanin Ampule has decapeptide 4, which is an interesting peptide because it reduces fine lines and wrinkles, and it improves skin elasticity. And then lastly, nonapeptide 1. Nonapeptide 1 reduces sun and dark spots, freckles, and hyperpigmentation. It exposes lighter and whiter and more radiant skin. So this this melanin peptide is just wonderful if you want to address a multitude of issues. Pigmentation, melasma, if you want to see firming, and triggering of collagen. So what I'm going to do next is I'm just going to drop two small drops into my Centella Asiatica. Now, for those of you that are maybe on the more sensitive side with your skin, this would be a good start. Your hyaluronic and your 2 to 3 drops of Melanin Ampule. But as you all know, if you watch me, you know that I love more. So I combined all of our ampules into this system because the effects on our skin and on our client's skin is just really phenomenal. So I'll say to you, start how you want to start after you read the information. If you want to address, really go heavy on your pigmentation, start with the Melanin Ampule. But I'm going to go on and I'm going to show you how I mix my products and how I apply them every night. So I'm going to go on to the next ampule. Okay, let's go on to our second ampule. The second ampule is our EGF KGF Epidermal Growth Factor. Now, this is an incredible ampule, and it has to do with thickening of the skin. And let me get to my notes here and explain exactly what EGF does for the skin. Now, again, this ampule is going to come in a powder form with a liquid, and you will mix it at the time that you're ready to use the product. It has a drug delivery system that is very effective and keeps the potency of the product fresh and very effective on the skin. Okay, so EGF is epidermal growth factor and KGF is keratinocyte growth factors. They are responsible for triggering, they deliver ingredients into the stratum corneum. That's the outermost layer of the human tissue. And it penetrates deeper layers of similar tissues to reach the basal layer of the epidermis. Let me see if I can explain that a little bit better. Epidermal growth factors are unique peptides known as growth factors that stimulates the skin cell growth and strengthens the skin barrier. Keratinocyte growth factors consist of 70 amino acids, and they're similar to epidermal growth factors, but they claim to stimulate cell proliferation and wound healing. And the wound healing is very important in this case because we want our cells, we want the DNA to repair itself. So the EGF and the KGF is a very important component when used on the skin to thicken the skin. So we also, in this ampule, the EGF KGF, it also contains copper peptides and triple helix collagen. Triple helix collagen hydrates without excess oiliness. It reduces fine lines. It balances overproduction of the sebum in the skin. It evens texture and is non-comedogenic, and it's rich in antioxidants. So the EGF KGF ampule has a wonderful place, a wonderful step in the system. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm just going to use 3 drops. I'm going to squeeze the ampoule. 1, 2, 3. So now I have two active ingredient ampules. Now we've got melanin, and now we've got EGF KGF. So I've got a really great product that I've got going here. I'm going to move on now to the third ampule and explain that to you. Okay, moving on to our copper peptide. Let me tell you how important copper peptide is. Copper peptide is a small it's made of 3 amino acids. It's a peptide that is famous for being a type 1 collagen fragment. The theory behind collagen fragment peptides is that when collagen naturally breaks down in the skin, We see that when we are in our 40s, 50s, and 60s. It's just something that starts to happen in our skin. It's considered, it's called collagen breakdown. And we find that by using the copper tripeptide 1, that it tricks the skin into thinking that collagen has broken down and it's time to create some more. So tripeptide 1, copper tripeptide 1, is believed to be able to stimulate collagen production in the skin. And more collagen means fewer wrinkles and younger looking skin. The copper peptide, the blue copper peptide ampoule, also has carnosine. Carnosine is a very powerful antioxidant. When it's applied topically, antioxidants help to slow down the processes which break down the key proteins in the skin. Carnosine helps boost the skin's natural bounce in the skin. So, you know, when you can just put your finger on your skin and you can see a nice bounce, it's an indication that we are experiencing a thicker, more healthy skin. Let's see. It also, carnosine also helps to combat glycation in the skin. And glycation is an elastin breakdown. You see a glycation in a person's face that perhaps has a lot of sugar in their diet, or they drink a lot of alcohol. There's a glycation. It's a different kind of a texture in the skin. I'll link a picture of a glycated skin. Anyways, the presence of carnosine in the blue copper peptide is really, really important in the ampule. So we've got shea oligopeptide 1, and that's a synthetic peptide consisting of amino acids, lysine, glycine, and histidine. And it's an epidermal growth factor. The shea oligopeptide is in the blue copper peptide ampule in high concentration. The tripeptide 1 is the copper peptide, and then we've got carnosine. So the EGF KGF, I'm so sorry, let me back up. So the blue copper peptide is a wonderful one to add to the system per night. So again, I'm just going to go 1, 2, 3, and I'm going to add 3 drops of the blue copper peptide. Okay, let's move on to our last peptide. Okay, so the last ampule that you'll be receiving in your ampule system is the Mandelic Acid Ampule. Now, this is just absolutely my favorite ingredient right now. And the reason why is Mandelic Acid is so amazing for addressing the skin texture. It is so beneficial in reducing the appearance of large pores. You'll find that around your nose and around your mouth, right around in your forehead or your chin, you'll see a reduced size in your pores. It also clears acne. It is a great treatment for acne. It's calming, yet it's going to clear up acne, as well as really help with the little marks that are left behind, a little bit of post-inflammatory hyperpigmentation. It's going to help with that. But also it rejuvenates and improves the skin elasticity. I'm absolutely blown away by the efficacy of the Mandelic Acid. The Mandelic Acid, it's a 30% Mandelic Acid, but the beauty of it is that it's in the AHA family, but it has a larger molecule, and that is so great when it comes to sensitive skin, because that means it takes longer to penetrate and get into the skin. It doesn't have a tiny molecule, it has the larger molecule. So it's also less irritating. It's a wonderful alternative to glycolic acid. I love glycolic acid, but you wouldn't be able to combine all these actives like I'm showing you if we had glycolic acid in this little system I'm showing you how to use. It's just beautiful. You'll see it the next day after you use the Mandelic Acid. You'll see just a really nice improvement all over your skin. It's really very beautiful, and it is a powerful antioxidant. So I'm going to go in and I'm going to squeeze 3 drops into my little cap here. Okay, so we've gone over all 4 ampules and how we're applying them. You'll just pour the product, you'll work it in your hands, and you'll just start applying it to your skin. Quickly work up your neck, your chest, the sides of your neck, and your face, and just massage it in an upward motion, really getting all of the active ingredients in the skin. Now, you're not going to find that you'll be irritated, because remember, we're using the Centella Asiatica, which is just hands down a calming ingredient. But we're going to see all those ampules work together synergistically. They'll do a beautiful job with all 4. The Melanin Ampule with the Tranexamic, the Mandelic Acid, and then we've got the blue copper, and then the EGF KGF. So we're doing this beautiful, this beautiful combination of active ingredients that are going to work on the skin in so many different ways. You will see a visible difference within 1 to 3 days. You'll start to see a difference in the skin. And I always recommend, and I always say this in my videos, make sure you take a picture with your cell phone from the very day you start. Wash your face and take a picture from all angles, and then go back 30 days and take a picture from that very angle, maybe the same time of day and the same distance, and see the improvements, the gradual improvements. In some cases, it's dramatic. I mean, we're using ingredients that are state of the art, but they're not just in serum form. We're using ampule form. So when you think in that context, we're using the most active concentration of ingredients for really addressing issues in the skin. I mean, you can't ask for anything on the market, I don't think, that really will deliver powerful results like this. So how about this? I want to finish with how we would occlude this treatment. Now, we have one option, and I've actually been alternating. So one night I will use the Spongula Collagen Cream. I did a tutorial on that. I'll link it above. I think it was about a week or 2 ago. Now remember, this is the sponge, the algae sponge that grows at the bottom of the ocean. It's a particular kind of sponge that is processed, and it is combined with 6 ingredients in this cream and has collagen in it. The Spongula has an effect on the skin. It has it promotes and stimulates collagen, and you'll feel the activity of it. It almost feels like a prickly sensation. It's a beautiful cream, and of course it has the amazing little spatula in it that I'm so proud of. So this is a powerhouse night cream to apply over our ampoule system here. I can't say enough about the Spongula system and the Spongula collagen cream. It's really, really bumping up your results with the ampules. Now, if we want to go with the Stop Aging Peptide, that's a great alternative too. So I alternate mine. So then I want to make sure that I get the volufiline in my skin. And I know that a lot of you watch my tutorials, and volufiline is a really important ingredient. It's made from a lily, and it's used in South Korea a lot. And volufiline is a very famous ingredient by a cosmetic manufacturer in France. It's a famous cosmetic manufacturer. So that's the Stop Aging Peptide cream is going to go in and plump and just really occlude the skin, and it's just going to melt right into those beautiful ampoule ingredients, and you're going to see a visible change. So either one of those or both, alternate them. Either one, you're going to see beautiful results. So I hope that this has been helpful when it comes to the ampoule system. It's a great value for the money. Your ampules are going to go very far by dropping it into the intensity hyaluronic, and you're going to see changes. Remember, it's only 2 to 3 drops of each ampule. You can use it however you want to. You can combine them all like I showed you. And with me, more is always better. But if you want to experiment and one night use melanin, the second night use Mandelic, third EGF KGF, and fourth blue peptide, have at it, because you're still going to see results just using one at a time. With my skin, it takes a lot to see results. That's why everything that we offer is really researched, and it's proven to create changes in the skin, because that's what we're all about. So I hope that you find this tutorial helpful. This is a great value. The ampoule system is, and I'll link a discount down below so that you can get started on your first system. I would love your feedback. If you will leave me a comment below or a question below. We love to help. We love to recommend products that create changes in your skin. We're, we've been in this business, my business partner and I, for 25 years, working on skin at our skin clinic and our spa in Southern California. And if it's not an active ingredient, if it isn't something that's going to do more than just moisturize or hydrate, we're not interested, because we want moisturization and hydration, but there's a lot more to skincare than just those issues. We have all kinds of issues when it comes to pigmentation, fine lines, wrinkles, glycation, a lack of collagen. All of the issues are what we try to address on our channel here. So I hope that you found this helpful. If you did, it helps us if you give us a thumbs up and leave a comment. And I appreciate you watching, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.